few years ago I made some crappy list videos about Modern Warfare 1 and 2 and the top 10 best maps of those games. Now, it was a pretty bad video, just not that great. Not a lot of polish went into that, a lot of errors, I even mispronounced things, and honestly, if you ask me now, my top 10 list would look a lot different than it did in those videos, but those videos seem to be pretty popular. A lot of people have been asking me to continue the series, so today we are going to continue the series here with Modern Warfare 3 and the top 10 best maps in Modern Warfare 3. Now, Modern Warfare 3 is not the best Modern Warfare game, but it does have some great maps, and I'm sure there's going to be some pretty controversial picks in this list. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into it, starting with our number 10, Outpost. So Outpost is a pretty interesting map. Everyone I've asked about this map can't tell me a single thing about it. It seems to be one of those forgotten Modern Warfare 3 maps, but going back and playing this game again and really thinking about it, man, I had a lot of fun with this map. I do, I am a sucker for snow levels in general, so the snowy atmosphere of this map does definitely lend to it and to my liking it, but the layout's really good. It's not really very symmetrical, very, unique kind of setup. Lots of, different sight lines for all kinds of different, players. There's the bunker with, everybody, raining down fire from there, from above, and then just a bunch of buildings in the middle. It's honestly a lot of fun to play on. It absolutely is not the best map in the game. That's why it's down here at number 10. But when people talk about, Modern Warfare 3 maps, I feel like this one gets left out a lot, and it really doesn't deserve to. It's a good, solid map. Now, BAKAARA is one of those maps as well that I feel gets a little overlooked, but not as much as Outpost. I actually really didn't like this map back when this game was the current Call of Duty, but, now that this game's, had some time to simmer, and I've had more time to think about it, I do enjoy this map. The asymmetrical layout of it is pretty nice. The middle section with the turret and like the big sniper's path, it's a lot of fun. This is the map that reminds me the most of like a standard Modern Warfare 1 map out of any map in the game. I feel like if you basically took this map out of this game and put it in Modern Warfare 1, it wouldn't really make too much sense because this map is in Africa and nothing in Modern Warfare 1 takes place in Africa, but at least the layout and everything, it does feel like it could be from COD 4, so not really too much to say about this one. It's a 3-lane Infinity Ward map, which is weird to say at least, but it does its job, it's functional, it's nice to look at, and it was fun to play. Alright, so now we're getting to the actual kind of iconic maps of the series. So Mission is definitely a good map. The map layout does provide lots of variety, different paths and everything on the map provide just plenty of different, gameplay styles to choose from, especially like with the middle section, with the, the ruins of the church and everything. Definitely, very, very nice kind of claustrophobic areas compared to the outside, where it's a lot of long-range gunfights, a lot of snipers, a lot of like, SMGs and entrapments and stuff. But the map is good. It's not the prettiest map in the game because the visual style kind of muddies everything up, but it is definitely a very good map, very fun map to play. It's one of those that you see it come up in rotation and you don't really sigh because you like this map, but definitely not the highest tier map in the game for sure. There's a lot that are better than it, and a lot that do what this map does, but just better as well. So while it isn't super high up on the list, I do definitely enjoy playing on this map anytime it comes out. Alright, so HARDHAT is on the list, but also this map is terrible. I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, but this is one of the most infuriating maps in the world to play. There's just a lot of campers and a lot of stuff like that. I'm not going to deny that this map is a ton of fun, has a nice, interesting layout, and does a lot of cool, interesting things with its visuals. However, I will stand by my opinion that this map is both equally amazing and terrible, which is why it's not super high up. I know probably some people were expecting this to be definitely in the upper echelon of maps in this game, but god, this map is so annoying sometimes. It's just, it's a good map though, so I will put it on the list, even though that this map causes me just so much rage. Just a lot of rage. A lot of good memories, but a lot of rage. Another map that's been known to cause me to rage once or twice, SEATOWN, is a nice kind of circular-ish map but there's a lot of, pathways in the middle, a lot of intertwining routes, a lot of high ground, a lot of low ground, a lot of just really cool, unique things that this map does that just make it a lot of fun to play. The middle section with like the shops and everything is pretty much like camper central. A lot of people just running through there and getting mowed down by the people in the buildings. Of course, the buildings also, people like to hide in there, and so it makes the shotgun users, the SMG users, gives them something to do. But the map is nice. It's a lot of fun. You're never too far from the action. Every route definitely is like a viable area to go to, and the map, sees action pretty much in every side of it, which is not always the case with a map of this size. So I gotta, give the designers props off. It's a very fun map, and this is another one that people definitely tend to think of when they think of Modern Warfare 3. SEATOWN's a pretty popular map these days. At number 5, we have Fallen. So this map is a lot of fun as well. Very interesting layout. This map reminds me a lot of like a Modern Warfare 2 or Call of Duty Ghost style map. I feel like honestly if you pluck this map out of there and put it into either one of those two games, it would feel right at home, except it would actually be pretty good. So unlike any of the Ghost maps, it would actually be of quality. Definitely a fun map though. Really like the visual style, the whole Russian, dilapidated Russian style is definitely very in with the Modern Warfare crowd, so definitely a very fun looking map, but the layout itself is pretty nice. It's actually kind of small, but there's the outskirt areas, there's the spot in the middle where everyone kind of goes to. The layout of this map actually reminds me a lot of Standoff from Black Ops 2, so take that for what it's worth, but I do definitely really like this map. It was actually one of the maps I forgot all about, but playing this game again the last couple days, I like really enjoyed this map. It was just kind of one of those surprise maps that I ended up really liking. Next up we have ARKADEN, another really iconic map from this game. This is definitely my favorite map visually. Maybe not layout wise, but definitely visually this is my favorite map. A lot of really cool things that this map does, a lot of verticality as well. I really do like verticality. It's, I'm definitely a sucker for that kind of style, but a lot of cool places and a lot of cool things to see in this map. It's basically inside of a mall, so there's all like the outskirts of the mall, the entrance, and then of course like all the shops and stuff on the inside. The map itself is not as small as you'd think, so it is one of the larger maps, but it is definitely a ton of fun to play on. It's a visual treat for the eyes, just very unique, location for a Modern Warfare game, and definitely a very fun map, so that's why it's being rated up so highly. It's one of my favorites in the game. Another visual beauty, Underground. So definitely a really nice looking map, but does it play well? Yes it does, or else it wouldn't be number 3 on this list. Underground is just a fun, cool looking map. A lot of cool things to do, a lot of cool things to see, and a lot of fun places to shoot at people. It's an old London subway station sort of thing, so you've got the station in the middle, the actual subway itself on the left side, and then some dilapidated buildings on the right. It is a 3-lane map, which again, weird for an Infinity Ward game, but even though it's 3 lanes, it does still keep some of that Infinity Ward charm and style that keeps it from being stale. And it does have some cool different entryways, different paths to take throughout the map that links all the different sides of the map together. And just in general, it's just a real fun, nice looking map. Another one that I'm really like, sad that it never came back in another game, because this is a map that I'd love to play on some more. And no one really plays Modern Warfare 3, so I can't really play this map as much as I used to, but still, it's a good map. It's one of those ones that I think of immediately when I think of, good Modern Warfare 3 maps. And holding out in survival mode, in the far back right by the subway entrance, and just hanging out with like sentry guns and and predator missiles and everything, always a blast. Survival mode in this game, playing on the multiplayer maps, honestly was super underrated and was a ton of fun. But anyways, I'm getting off track here. It's a good map. It's a very good map, and had a lot of fun with this one, seriously. Alright, next up we have Resistance, and I mean, the top 5 maps on this list so far have all pretty much just are visual masterpieces. Really nice, pretty looking maps, but man, this one is just something special. It's really unique layout, really unique, like, you know, setting and atmosphere. It's very really weird that this is in a Modern Warfare game, but I'm not complaining. It's a very pretty map, very nice layout. It did actually come back in a later game. I wish the game it came back in was a better game, but still, we did technically get this map again in World War II, which was at least interesting to see that come back. Yeah, so that's nice. But we did, you know, we did get the map again. It's a really nice, fun map. I don't know if I'm letting my personal biases, you know, cloud my judgment a lot on this, because I hear from a lot of my friends that they didn't really like this map, but I always really liked it. The layout's unique. It was very fun to play through. You got the grind session on the left, the staircase on the right, and then of course all the buildings in the middle. So, you know, lots of pathways connecting the two and everything. It was another one of those kind of not really 3-lane maps, but still a 3-lane map. Infinity Ward had a lot of those in this game, but it worked really well, I think, with this map specifically. So yeah, definitely a ton of fun. One of my favorite maps in the game. Not the number one though, and you'll see why in just a moment. So, number 2, we have Resistance. As for my number 1 pick, of course it's Dome. I mean, this map is basically everything that Shipment and Rust wishes that it were. Now, I do think that Rust is the better 1v1 map. I don't think Dome is a great 1v1 map, but Rust is not a good map if you try to play it with more than 2 people. And it sucks for any game mode that's not free-for-all when you do play it with more people. Shipment can be pretty fun with more players, but it is definitely a crazy cluster when you try to play it with more than 2 people as well. Dome can be played with 1 person. It is small enough to 1v1, but it is big enough and has enough, you know, actual area to the map and places to go that you can play it with a full team. And then it just becomes the most chaotic and fun map in the game. It's a lot like Nuketown. Nuketown fits the exact same bill, although I do think Nuketown is the better map, of course. But this is just classic Modern Warfare 3 chaos at its best, and this map really showcases what makes the Modern Warfare 3 sandbox so fun. Every single style of gameplay is viable on this map. There's lanes and pathways and places to go and things to see. It might not be the most visually spectacular map since it's all bland gray, you know, browns and grayscale, but it is still a ton of fun, and it does also kind of have that Modern Warfare 1 aesthetic going on for it that, you know, does kind of lend itself to, you know, nostalgia people. But I do really like this map a ton. It's a lot of fun. It's like just kind of the all-encompassing Modern Warfare 3 map, and that's why it's my number 1 pick. It's a good map. I think we got this also in Ghosts, right? Like, didn't they bring it back for Ghosts? I don't even remember. Like, I don't remember like anything about that game, to be honest. But I think we did get to see this map again in Ghosts, and I think it was okay if I'm remembering correctly. But anyways, that's pretty much it for my list. If you guys like this one, you know, like my other, you know, videos, I might continue doing more. We might move on to the Black Ops series, maybe, and, you know, some other things we'll do. I guess eventually we'll do Ghosts and Infinite Warfare and World War II and all those fun Call of Duties. I do still, you know, even though my channel isn't necessarily revolving around shooters and Call of Duty as much as it used to, I do still play a fairly good amount of Call of Duty. So I feel like I have, you know, more knowledge than the average Joe, you could say, and I've played every single game and continuously play them, you know, throughout their whole lifespan. So, you know, it might be fun to talk about it some more Call of Duty games. But again, I made this because I got a ton of requests on my old lists for Modern Warfare 2 and 3, or sorry, Modern Warfare 2 and 1, that is. And so yeah, if you guys do enjoy this, want to see more, just let me know. I do take requests. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay classy, guys. Peace.